Spencer, a lot of times with these ad reads, we have to pretend that we like a product, but this is not one of those.
Right. This is just classic. We're classic podcast connoisseurs. We know what's up.
Yeah, we do love MeUndies. Secrets Out. That's not just talk.
Right.
We probably love Solid Cologne.
Yeah, definitely.
But we definitely love Matt Bronger.
Matt Bronger.
He's an old friend of mine. I won't say too old because it's showbiz, so let's stay ageless. But he is a fantastic, wonderful person that I have always adored and that I never spend enough time with and never work with enough. But he is really funny and really kind and really awesome. And he has a podcast called
Ding Donger.
Oh, you know about it?
No, wait.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You can know about it.
No, I've heard ads for it. It seems like a great
It's a weekly podcast with actor and comedian Matt Bronger. You can go for a spin with him as he shares stories, observations, and advice with episodes perfectly curated for half-hour car rides. Does that mean he's driving during the podcast?
He better not be, because that's my idea.
Oh, shit.
I wonder if that's done, because that is my idea.
Maybe you can go on Ding Donger. You know what you could do is you can leave a voicemail message for him, and he'll address it on his podcast.
Oh, wow.
I don't have a number for that, but you just know that you can do that.
Well, I bet if you like and subscribe to it on iTunes, the number reveals itself to you.
Yeah, this is already on the air. I'm acting like it's new. Recent episodes have included tales of harrowing bike rides in Southeast Asia, horror stories from Chicago public transit, and advice about everything from the creative process to the terrifying nature of bird-eating insects.
Just don't miss a single episode. Just make sure you don't... Sorry. Make sure you don't miss a single episode. Subscribe to Ding Donger with Matt Bronger on iTunes, Stitcher, feralaudio.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Matt Bronger. He couldn't be brighter.
Today's episode is brought to you by Last Rampage, the new true crime film starring Robert Patrick, Heather Graham, and Bruce Davison. And we had the pleasure of speaking to someone involved with the movie.
My name is Robert Patrick. I play Gary Tyson. That's Gary Tyson with an I in the film Last Rampage. Evil broke loose in 1978, Arizona State Penitentiary. That was interesting. What it was like playing a real person as opposed to a fictional character. It was really trying to wrap your head around how this guy could do some of the things that he could do. That was the things that you were drawing on. Of course, there was no way you're going to try to do an impersonation of a guy, nor was I going to try to, get as heavy as the guy. I didn't have enough time to really go that route. But I found him really, really interested in trying to live up to the charisma that he had. I fell in love with the folklore of the story, like the whole idea that he was a guy that was raised during the Great Depression. See, that from a historical point of view, those kind of stories resonate with me. That yearning for something better, trying to find it, have to steal to get it. How do you deal with that if you're a religious person? How do you run underneath that? How do you justify it? He had a double life sentence that he began to push his wife and his kids to say, God, I'm going to serve one term, and when I die, I'm going to serve another term in hell. I got to get out of this. And the length that he was willing to go to get his kids to help him get through this and get him out of prison was fascinating to me.
Don't miss Last Rampage, the true story of the prison break of Gary Tyson. In theaters and available on iTunes and all on-demand platforms today. For more information, visit truecrimelive.com or follow the movie on Twitter at Last Rampage Film or on Facebook.com/Last Rampage Film.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harmontown is once again in session. Oh, yes. Would you please be so kind as to bow down and worship the mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon.
hip to the hop. Got the best rap ever. Got the best rap ever. Gonna rap best ever. Gonna rap to the best. Gonna best rap ever. Got the what? Start the rap now. Gonna start the rap now. Gonna rap about this. Gonna rap that. Gonna rap town. Gonna rap downtown. Gotta fuck your mama. I was trying really hard. I was just explaining to the cameras in the green room. I was like, okay, I got nothing. I'm not gonna say fuck your mama. I want to scrape my brain like dry toast and just like, yeah, well, it didn't happen. I just rapped about rapping better. But that's a good first step. Like they say, if you want to quit drinking, first step is to go, I drink too much.
Was it the beat?
So I'm saying right now, I rap a lot about fucking your mama. Maybe next week it'll change.
Do you think the relationship...
No, that beat was badass.
You like that one?
That one was really good.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
was there like a banjo in there?
Zach, I don't know if there was a banjo.
I felt like I kept picturing Kermit the Frog like on a log, like fucking yo, Kermit, gonna catch the flies. I'm in a swamp now. Gonna Muppet fries. I can't do it. I'm thinking too much about fucking people's mamas and like. I won't be able to do it, and let's not start the show cataloging my inadequacies. Let's talk about Christmas.
Woo! Santa Claus is here tonight. We got gay Santa Claus in the house.
You look over and you see a very tired Cupid. Well, I thought it would never end. Wait, no, that comes after Christmas.
Wait,
God damn it!
You mean Cupid from Valentine's Day or Cupid the reindeer?
I was good. Yeah, Cupid. That was further confusing. I meant from Valentine's Day. Just edit it all out. This will probably be our Christmas show because we're like 7 weeks behind in terms of when we record and when we broadcast.
I don't listen to him. The master does his work and then steps away from it.
That's nice. The Tao Te Ching. Why is it? It seems like a bigger crowd tonight. Maybe it's
Maybe it's because Chevy Chase. No, I'm kidding. That was mean. That was just mean.
I told you guys he called back and he wanted to do it, but he couldn't do it. He was gonna.
Did you call him today? You said you were going to call him.
I texted him. He couldn't do it.
Oh, he just.
I also, hey, while we're at it, I also texted Bob Odenkirk. Okay, also cannot do it. Yeah. Also, Sid Caesar couldn't make it tonight. But hey, I fucked your mama, got the fucking mama, fuck mama. I fucked your mama Godzilla style. I fucked your mama all the while in the Sherman towel. Got a fuck your mama, got the serpentine. Got a fuck your mama all the live long time. I got
a new dance. Wait, there's a new dance. It's not just side to side. Now you got a front to back little kicky thing going.
It's the I'm afraid to look at the audience dance. Let's look at. I think I might have. Here's the thing. Like at the Pikey, I rarely do this, but I or underestimated. I ordered too many drinks. I didn't calculate it right. So if I were a pilot and this were an airline, you should get off the plane. But you only paid $10, so I promise I will try not to make it awkward.
You didn't drink more than you would normally drink. You just did it too quickly?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, because the service there was
so bad,
glacial,
so bad that when the guy came
How
over,
bad was it?
It was so bad that I kind of passive aggressively was like, yeah, I'll have 2 more and the bill. You know, you ever do that when you're like, well, these things take so long, give me 3 now, and then they'll come like when I want them. And then they all came, and I was like, oh.
But I have to admire the fortitude that you've showed by pouring yourself another one in the green room right before you walked out on stage.
That's just habit.
You know why? That's why.
Yeah. I mean, really, that's habit. It's not funny. I've been kind of stressed out. It's 6 days before Christmas. for me. On the 17th of December, Aaron McGathy and Rob Schraub and his girlfriend, wife, Kate Freund, and I leave for London. So December 17th, that's well after everybody shuts down in Los Angeles. And so it's December 10th right now, something around there. I have 6 days to write a pilot for CBS, a pilot for Fox, and pack. Gotta pack some fingerless gloves and research figgy pudding.
Aren't you the guy that was just boasting that you wrote Heat, Vision, and Jack in 36 hours?
Yeah, that was at a different, much more joyful time in my life. That was when I didn't know the rules of television. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not.
What are the rules of television, Dan?
Always be closing.
Right.
Think dog. Could there be a dog in it? And when possible, ask yourself like what would this be like according to Jim? I don't know what you called my bluff. Congratulations. I don't know how to write television. I never have. But
you got 6 days to write.
6 days to write 2 pilots.
Oh, there's a TV show. Dan Harmon's got 6 days. That's a movie. That's a movie.
But that's more of a Bravo, yeah. Like maybe it'll be fun, but
don't look down at Bravo. You're going to be writing for Bravo one day.
I'm going to be writing for Bravo January, right when I come back, and Fox and CBS are like, "Hey, welcome back from London. What the fuck?" And I go, "Sorry, I got to go on tour." Okay, but we have 2 notes. You're fired, and you're never hired again. Okay, I'll address that. In Minnesota. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Christmas. I'm stalling. Saw the Avengers movie for the second time, but actually for the first time because I kept sleeping through it. Actually, I liked it a lot. I don't know who I'm talking to. Maybe not 92% Rotten Tomatoes liked it, but I like the Avengers. Okay, done. Also, I'm not going to roll into one that's gonna put a barrier between us. Here's the second of 3. Also, I was quite fond of the Total Recall remake. I thought it was, I don't know if you call it a remake or not, but whatever. You know, starting to ruffle feathers. But I think it can coexist with the Verhoeven classic. I thought they were both good. Like, I liked watching Arnold run around Mars with the women with the 3 titties and give the people their air. And I also liked watching What's-His-Name not know that What's-His-Name was not his wife and what's her name actually was. That's why my one note is all the women look the same. But I have what used to be called Asperger's, and which has now been removed from the diagnostic manual. I'm slightly autistic, so make one a redhead. If your movie has 2 women in it, always make one a redhead, or make them Maria Conchita Alonso or something. Now here's the point where we just we reach an impasse, and we'll work through it. I liked Cloud Atlas. All right.
I would say Harmontown 50-50 on that one.
Yeah. Okay. So Total Recall kind of was okay. I put that in the wrong order. I like Cloud Atlas. It's weird. Like you're never more than 5 minutes in Cloud Atlas because there's a lot of, for those of you who haven't seen it, and I won't spoil anything. I don't know if it's possible to spoil anything. It's it ends revealing humanity is amazing and goes on forever into the stars. But if you think about it, that's what Green Eggs and Ham revealed. So no big row-to-hoe there, but the Cloud Atlas, because their whole shtick is reincarnation. I'm assuming it's based on some book series that made a better meal out of this. So then it's time to commit it to film, and we want to create the sense. So these people are being reincarnated, and that we're all kind of intersecting with each other and playing different roles in our lives. There's a lot of prosthesis, a lot of 6 actors, and then there's Tom Hanks will be like hanging out as a fisherman, going like, "It's hard to catch this fish," and then like it'll go like Geneva 1814, and he's like playing a piano, but he's got like a weird nose, and but then Holly Berry comes in, even though she worked on the fishing dock, but now she's like, "You better compose that concerto right." Every time they come in, they have a different forehead, a different like they have like zany zappers on, or like a weird chin. You're never more than 5 minutes in Cloud Atlas from going, "Whoa!" And that's not what you're supposed to do. The Cloud Atlas, you're supposed to spend the whole time going, "Oh," but you're constantly going, "Ah! Stop! Jump!"
Would it have been more or less jarring to just cast different people in those roles?
But if
for us to catch on that was the reincarnated.
Well, you never would catch on because there's too much to tell about. I bet in the book, I'm sure you don't need rubber noses and the same actor to indicate to you that this person. I have no idea. Did anyone read the book or book series? We got one hand.
We have two gals here who've read the book.
All right. Is it? Well, whatever. I don't know what to ask.
Somebody gave me that book years ago, and I feel like it's true. Like I liked not reading the book more than not seeing the movie. Yo, I made a joke about a book. Please resume, Dan.
No problem. If you want to say more, I have nothing to say. I don't know. That cat's out of the bag. Sorry I got you drunk tonight. I'm going to make it up to you.
You seem exactly as drunk as you are every Harmontown.
I guess I can tell. I don't know. I always I have nights where I'm like, they can tell. Like and then I project that onto, like, if I'm talking and I go like, "Hey, come on, it's Christmas. Hey, what's the deal with ornaments?" And then I'll hear like and then I'll go, "She knows I'm drunk. She knows I'm too drunk. So I'm not gonna look at her." That
was a guy. You pointed to the guy.
I'm drunk. Can't see anybody. It's all because of the waiter at the Pikey. Another interesting thing about the Pikey, if you're a local, we can edit this out because who in Boston's going to care about this? But go over to the Pikey. It's kitty corner-ish from here.
Yeah. Used to be the coach and horses.
Used to be the coach and horses, and then it turned into this place. The big highlight for me is alternate timeline skeevy Jeff Davis works there. There's like a guy, if you ever go in, he wears like these beige suits, and he looks a lot like Jeff. He kind of like spends too much time on making his hair look like he didn't spend any time on it, and like. But
if he like was from like Tangier is from like 85.
Yeah, he's vaguely, very vaguely multi-ethnic. Like you don't know where from where. It's like his mom was, worked on the docks, and his dad was a minister from.
Mama used to work on the docks.
But he's very, very creepy version of Jeff Davis.
But there's also a very lovely guy up front. There's a black dude named Hallelujah, which is an awesome name. Yeah, Hallelujah is a good name.
Seems like cheating. In the name, I mean, okay, my name's awesome. Let's all just go fuck ourselves. My name's Butterfly. Like, some of us have to hunker down and be John, or Hallelujah's not cool. But I don't want to jump all over this guy. Never met him. Already jealous.
Oh shit, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Should I pick you a slower beat to rap to?
A slow beat to rap?
A slow beat,
like a
maybe?
slow rap?
Yeah.
Like a slow, regretful rap?
Zach, what was that one that was kind of slow? Where'd he go? Zach's drunk too.
Yeah.
What was that one that was kind of slow and groovy?
I feel like maybe
Oh, here it is. Yeah, I
usually go with the stationary mic stand, but maybe like I should loosen up so that you can't tell. I think the mic in a stand like helps you know how drunk I am. But if the whole thing's moving, then you can't tell. Right? I seem sober now.
Give it some of that Dane Cook karate moves, Dane Cook it up. Let's try the slower beat.
Yo. Yo. Slow rap. Yo. A slow rap. Yo. Yo. A slow rap.
No, that didn't work. You just kept saying slow rap a lot.
Well, I worked my way into it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Slow rap.
Like, if you're just going to keep saying slow rap, I will clear this room.
All right, I need to start immediately?
Okay. No. He's into it.
Slow rap.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. You've made that quite clear.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, do your thing.
Slow rap.
Yeah, go.
Slow rap. Cities, coast to coast, gotta. Motherfucker knows the most, gotta. Put your mama on some toast, I gotta. Gonna fuck your mama's ghost, I gotta. Cause I fucked you to death, I gotta. Did too much crystal meth, I fucked your mama to death, and then I fucked her harder to death, I gotta. Fucked your mama in a slow rap, I gotta. Fucked your mama slow as crap, I gotta. Fucked your mama all over the stage, I gotta. Fucked your mama, I'm a 3rd level mage, I gotta. Fucked your mama cause I'm casting a spell, I gotta. Fucked your mama up from heaven to hell, I gotta. Fucked your mama like my name was Snoop, I got. Fucked your mama in the butt and felt poop. No.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect here.
No.
You're not supposed to rap about that.
No. We found your tempo and also
Found your audience. Who are you guys? Did all the colleges get off for Christmas? Is that like all of a sudden like fucking like this is amazing? You felt her poop when you fucked her? All right, where have you guys been?
You know, Dan, they've been at college and they missed their mothers. You brought them right back home.
I'm sick of hearing about Kierkegaard.
Yes.
Feel someone's poop.
Yeah. There's no place like home for the holidays.
So I guess The Hobbit's gonna be 3 movies. Bump? What? Someone said okay. Who said okay? You're into it. All right. Can you come up?
I can take like 9 hours, 12 hours. I'm cool with anything.
Will you come up and talk about it?
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. It's one book.
He asked you, would you get up on stage?
Because the audience isn't mic'd so for the podcast, but we don't bully people here. We don't make fun of people for coming up. I just like to hear people and meet people. Have you been here before?
Last week.
Oh, okay.
Does this work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I'm not that tall.
Yeah, you are.
I'm as tall as you.
Are you like a height erexic? You are exactly that tall. It's pointed at your mouth.
Wait, Dan.
I used to work at a rehab center, and they would in the eating disorder unit. They would do this. Like they told me this. They for anorexic women, they had this therapy technique where they would have them draw how big they thought their body was, and then lay them down in it. And take a picture of him. Like, what is this, Sesame Street? Is that how anorexia works? Really? You can actually just think that your physical body is. Anyways, I don't know who's
your
the
name,
hero
sir?
and who's the villain.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Phil.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Thor.
Phil, I'm going to have to do this because tonight is a no mic stand night. So you're going to have to Dan Cook this. There you go. Put that mic stand away.
How come? You just.
Yeah. I'm enforcing the no mic stand rules.
All right. We're all
Like there's not much to talk about with The Hobbit. It's probably going to be 9 hours, and it's probably going to be extended to 12 hours.
But okay, I read The Hobbit.
Yeah.
I did not so much read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but the Lord of the Rings trilogy was a trilogy in book form.
Yes.
So they made a movie for each book. The Hobbit was one book.
Yep.
So if they make a Where the Red Fern Grows movie, and they make it 3 movies, we get to go, what, is the first movie going to be about the red fern growing? Are they never going to get to the coonhounds dying?
I mean, they can kind of stretch it.
Spoilers, sorry. The coonhounds die.
I mean, there's a lot to stretch with that movie. There's a war that just happens to be only like 50 pages, from what I remember.
Yeah, and they're making Anna Karenina one movie. That book is long. That's like a 900-page book, 1,200-page book. I read that thing. You could make 18 movies out of that thing.
Oh, it's true.
Well, will you accept that you're up here in defense of The Hobbit being 3 movies in the face of a society that is crying out? Why not merge these Kill Bills into one 90-minute thing? Like
Kill Bilbo.
And you're saying the reason why?
I mean,
That's what you call it.
Movies
You call it Kill Bilbo.
I just found out 5 minutes ago, and I'm already defending this.
I told you?
Yeah.
You found out from me that The Hobbit's 3 movies?
Yes. I thought it was 2 movies.
Yeah. I'm Nicky Fink, yo. Yeah. Deadline, Hollywood. The news comes from me to your neighborhood. I got the ear to the Hollywood ground. I got some news scoops from The Hobbit I found. I heard the Dateline LA is 3 movies. Oh shit, some people think it's not groovy, but motherfucker MC Phil's alright with it. Now we're gonna fight with it. Stupid.
But you could have told me it was 4 movies, and I would have been okay with it.
So your point being,
prolong the enjoyment.
Rather than have to sit through like they make 50,000 shitty movies a year. When Peter Jackson's behind the camera and the content is he directing them?
Yes,
I hope so.
Certainly not going to ask you. I know where you get your news.
Are you directing the Hobbit?
You're saying as long as Peter Jackson's behind the camera and they're in New Zealand and they're dealing with that awesome original like material, you'll watch it forever.
Yeah.
Like you hope that every movie is 8 hours long and there's one a week.
I saw King Kong in theaters, and like I may have thought that was a half hour long, like maybe 2.5 hours too long, but I still saw it.
Right. All right. Well. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to tell him to fuck off. But
I've never read Tolkien, but I really like the Lord of the Rings films, and I don't mind it being prolonged entertainment if they're all good.
Well, certainly the appeal of the Tolkieniverse, if I can call it that.
No, you may not, sir.
Let's ask Janet Tolkien.
Absolutely not.
All right. I heard she's the black sheep of the family. I heard half of the Silmarillion went up her nose. Half of the money. Like that was it.
Not this half.
That was a deep cut Tolkien reference. All right. Well, okay. I mean, yeah. The appeal of the Tolkieniverse is the texture. It's like the feel that you're there. But I'm serious. Like, let's seriously. Have you read The Hobbit?
Yes.
So
how many times?
So let's break The Hobbit up into 3
once.
parts. Breaking The Hobbit up into 3 parts. Where do you think the first movie is going to end?
Like probably when they reach the dragon. Probably.
No.
Wait.
Dinner is when it will end at dinner. And the second movie will begin with, Jesus Christ, so many dishes. I can't believe we ate all of that lasagna. Well, we should think about fighting a dragon. And so it came to pass that they thought about fighting a dragon.
Dan, this guy over here has a pretty good opinion about where he thinks the first break.
Oh, Jesus, this guy?
Yeah.
All right.
You told me you were going to rate my soul last week.
Yeah. We did a bit. You were very good.
Thank you.
Remind us of your name, please.
Ben. My name's Ben.
Ben, welcome back. Ben.
Thank you.
Last week we kept pretending he was Greg Barrett, and then he was at the show.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Ben.
From my understanding of it, which is fairly limited as well, it's that the third movie is actually going to be another book that comes between The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series. No? Am I wrong?
All right, get up here. Come on. No, you stay. Because this is how the first Hobbit movie is going to be. As far as I understand the book, it's just a bunch of fucking dwarves like crowding into a hobbit. Hey, I'm here. What's going on? That's going to be the whole movie. We're halfway through the first movie.
Is the first movie just going to be a Tom Bombadil movie?
But I don't know. I get it.
Tom Bombadil was cut out of the first Lord of the Rings, and a lot of fanboys got very upset when his character was cut out.
All right.
The
I'm out of my
original
depth.
plan for the Hobbit movies was there was going to be the Hobbit was going to be one movie, and then there was going to be a second movie which was going to bridge the Hobbit with the Lord of the Rings, which people got upset about because there's no literary reference to bridge that.
Fight.
I don't remember the name of it.
Fight.
I don't remember the name of it, but there is a book that what is it called?
It's all the appendices.
Get up here. Get on stage. Get on stage. Somebody Instagram this immediately.
This is Falcom and Malcolm and Tukin and Pukin.
Where's
Are
Grumble?
you guys talking about the Lost Tales? Is that what you're talking about? No. There was that compendium of that Christopher Tolkien found in. I'll shut up.
That's Mormon.
All right, unrelated.
No, I mean, again,
All right.
my knowledge is as limited as these gentlemen, but there's a bunch of.
Everyone keeps saying that, but
Jerry. Get up here. Get on stage. We're gonna need a bigger stage.
Okay, they're breaking The Hobbit into 3 movies. The first.
Wait a second. This is a guy.
Shouldn't know.
He's the bartender from the Pikey.
Okay, the first movie is the travel to Smaug the dragon, and then the second movie is all about fighting the dragon, and then the third movie is about Dale and the Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh, shit.
And they're taking additional information from the Silmarillion to fill in when Gandalf left for 90 pages and then came back, and they're just making it up based off of 20 minutes or 20 pages of him being like, "Oh, I fought Sauron, blah blah blah."
yeah, that might be kind of cool.
Fought Sauron. When he fights Sauron, the wizard or whatever, they fill that in and they're going to show it instead.
So they get all the way to the precipice of fighting Smaug,
but they don't actually do it.
Right, but first Lord of the Rings movie, they didn't get a lot done, but it was very exciting.
Yeah, it's mostly walking. Yeah.
So they fight Smaug the whole second movie, which would be pretty badass.
I've actually never read
that
the book,
guarantees
so-
you Empire Strikes Back.
He's never read it.
That's all right. He doesn't have to. If this was about literature, this wouldn't be $1 billion industry. How much have you guys read today? But all right. So
Wait. What's your name, hero from the middle audience?
My name is Tyler.
Tyler. Well, so you've never read the books, but you know more than these guys who have clearly read these books.
Well, I saw that 1988 cartoon that has the Hobbit back then.
Lies ahead.
was that did Ralph Bakshi direct that?
Yes.
See, that's all I know about Tolkien is that.
You guys get so mad when you agree with things. I grew up on that stuff, seeing it and not knowing it from. I was just being disturbed by it, like that and Watership Down. I'm afraid to watch it again in adulthood. All right, well, it's cool that you wore a newsy cap because you really brought extra and made us know all about it.
Well, there are fanboys that are here. I just had to come represent, I guess.
All right, well, I guess let's have a hand for the fellowship of looking forward to The Hobbit.
Next week is going to be Jane Austen, ladies.
Yeah, sharpen your corrections. Don't know. All right. Hey, Spencer.
Yo, what's up, man? Catch.
Whoa, good throw.
Yeah, man, I've just been so excited about sports and football and fantasy football.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like here, catch.
Oh, it
good
hit me,
catch.
but I caught it.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to. That's good. You know what I love more than regular football? It's the fantasy of it.
Right. Well, listen up. Here, catch.
Whoa, good throw.
If you love fantasy football, then you need to try my new favorite app, Draft. It's weekly fantasy football. Here, I'm going long, but not like the other guys.
I'm throwing it longer.
I dropped it.
Is that? Can you do live snake drafts like in your season-long fantasy football play with your friends on that app?
Yeah, with other people, just like in your season-long league. Here's how it works. It's a draft. I think the ball went down the drain. It's a draft that lasts for 1 week and there's no management. Just set it and forget it.
I'm doing that Cabbage Patch dance. Even though we lost the ball, I'm pretending that's a touchdown. Drafts start every couple minutes, so you can join one right now. And the best part, you can play for cold hard cash, Spencer.
Whoa. Do they start at just $1?
Yeah, there's no salary caps. You can play in a real live snake draft just like you play with your friends in season-long leagues. I think we mentioned that. Here is the kicker, Spencer, and by kicker I mean the portion that's highlighted that it's required we read. Come and join me on Draft today. Download the app anytime. Just search Draft in your app store and join a game in minutes, or play right from your computer on playdraft.com. Whatever you want. Take the next one.
All right. I dropped wait.
Oh, you dropped the ball?
I can't find the ball, but it's fine because, we could just play football on this app.
Right.
For a limited time only. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a draft when you make your first deposit, but you have to use my promo code Harmontown. That's right, play a real money game for free just using my promo code Harmontown on your first deposit on draft.
I think there's a clown down in this sewer holding the football and beckoning to us, promising that we will all float.
Will we?
Yeah, especially if we search for Draft at the App Store or go to playdraft.com and play free with the promo code Harmontown.
Draft. You'll float too.
That was exciting.
It gets exciting fast here. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh my God! I can't believe that.
There are guys shaking each other's hands. Because that guy, the newsy guy, went and sat down, and then the guy in front of him turned around and was like, "Thank you for whatever you did. Like you represent something up there. Like I don't know what you said. They might work together, but I want to think that he was like, thank you so much for what you said. It was so brave." It reminds me of my jury duty story. Did I ever tell my jury duty story up here when I was in Milwaukee?
It was way before podcast time and probably before.
I'm going to breeze through it really fast.
I tell the story as much as you do, probably. Because this
it was the greatest day of my life. It was the only day when I was as much a hero as the Hobbitses and the Bobbitses.
Will you do me a favor? Will you take this 5-minute story and break it up over 3 podcasts? Get us into your car and driving to jury duty.
The first one takes you to me showing up at the courthouse, and then I insert a whole scene where Sean Astin says, "Think about it this way." You're right. This is a good ending. I went to jury duty.
The year is 1972.
Close. It was like 90-something. I was still in Milwaukee. I was a very young, spry little child, little writer and improviser living in Milwaukee. And I went to jury duty. Never gone to jury duty before. And you spend the whole time, you get quickly indoctrinated into the culture of, I gotta get out of here. Like this is, we're the suckers. We gotta get out of here. Like the people explaining it to you, no one's going like, congratulations on jury duty. Like they know that they need to ingratiate themselves to you by saying, sorry, you're at jury duty. And they're right to do that. It's like, it's a drag if you're over 12. It might be exciting for someone who still thinks pencils might be spaceships. You could maybe occupy yourself. Everyone else wants to kill themselves. So you spend the whole time like getting called and not called, and you're like you're told like, oh, you're on the precipice of getting dismissed, and then like we were so close to, me and my group, we were so close to getting out, and then we got called for this case, and we're like, fuck you. Like at that point, you go through phases where you go, I kind of actually, I don't want to seem uncool to my peers here, but I actually kind of think it would be cool if I got called in and like someone murdered someone and I had to decide who murdered someone. You have these thoughts in your head, like I'm going to be a juror and it's going to be amazing. But then that quickly fades and you go, I got to get out of here. Please let me, I'm so close. And then they call you and you have to go and you shuffle into the courtroom. And we end up in the jury box and it's all kind of random. And I ended up the juror number 1. I was like sitting in the front. It's kind of randomly arranged, and there's this kid sitting there. Looked like he was like 16 years old. No idea how old he was, but
the defendant.
Yes, the defendant.
Yeah. Okay. I checked
the judge.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. No, I will edit out whatever bored you.
No, I just yeah. Slow rap.
Slow story.
Sorry. No, it's not a slow story. I just wasn't. Go ahead.
Turns out the kid was like a pot like possession thing. This kid lived in the outskirts of Wisconsin, and he was walking down a highway they give you all the details of the case, and he was walking down like a county highway in his like little rural area of the free fire zone, Sector 7, where there's probably nothing to do but smoke pot. And a cop started coming, probably the only cop where he lives. And the kid like had a pipe, and it had a little bit of resin in it. And he like chucked his pipe into like a bunch of corn. Like walking, he was just walking. He was like, oh fuck, there's a cop coming. And kind of went like this. Cop like stopped and got out and went through the corn and found the pipe and took the kid in and at some point the kid apparently, and this is why he's my hero, must have exercised his right to trial by jury for this thing, because here I am now and these other people and they explain the details of the case, and then they say the thing that's like, I'm sure most of you have been on jury duty, there's like that moment where they go, does anyone feel like they wouldn't be able to be impartial in this case? And then like you see like the Jehovah's Witness lady raise her hand, and you watch her get to walk the fuck out, and you're like, well, it's Jehovah's Witness. Like you're trying like, and then the person who was a victim of
because they have witness in the name. It's,
it used to be this has changed now, by the way, because I just recently did jury duty in LA, and they were like, fuck you, fuck all of that. Like there's a portcullis comes down, and they're like, nice try, asshole. But back then it was like someone went, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, like, get the fuck out. I can't sit in judgment of others. And then someone else, I was a victim of a violent crime, fuck you. My friend's a cop, go fuck yourself, get out, go home, go play Nintendo. And you're like, whoa. And so like this one was like handed to me on a silver platter, because the truth is like of course I'm not going to judge this impartially. Like, leave the kid alone. It's like he might end up being a senator if you don't bust him now for a fucking dumbass pipe full of a stupid thing that grows out of the ground. It's like arrest the cop, throw him off a cliff. Like that. I'm sure neither choice will measurably improve society, but there's a better chance that if the cop like exploded. I'm not impartial. That's my point. I'm partial. I have a feeling.
And a cop killer.
I don't mean that. I just mean if they exploded. I don't. If you're a police officer, I don't drive a silver Prius. I don't really. I'm not like. There's a lot of great people who are cops and whatever. I don't mean.
You would like to see them explode, apparently.
I meant like biologically, like sci-fi wise. I didn't mean like Al Qaeda. See what society's become? This story takes place in a different universe before a lot of things went down. The judge goes, does anyone think that they wouldn't be able to be impartial about this? And my hand shot up like a rocket, because I was like, holy shit, I actually can't be impartial. I'm going to get out of jury duty. And I raised it, and everyone kind of chuckled, like, oh, well, this young man's hand sure went up fast. And I was juror number 1, which made me the jury foreman should it actually go to the thing. And then they're like, okay, sir, what's your problem? And I said, well, I don't think that this law should be a law. So I think that any kind of legal proceeding about it, the whole time I'm going to be thinking like, well, let's just get out of here. And that makes me like I'm not going to be able to be impartial, because I don't see the crime here. And they're like, well, no, but it is a crime. We didn't ask you if you think it should be a crime. We asked you if you think you could judge him. And like they started really laying into me, and I was like, well, yeah, but I'm telling you, like the customer's always right. You asked the question, like, do you think that I would be able to judge it impartially? Like who are you going to believe over me when I say no? And what better answer than because I think this is a plant that grows out of the ground, and I don't think he was hurting anybody, and I think that, it's your business if, the larger society wants to have a big war on like some kind of controlled substance, and I can't step into that because that's a big mess, but I see a kid and I see a dumb pipe and I see a lot of wasted time and I want to get out of here, and I think it's like, I just kind of like answered honestly, but then they kept like, then the prosecutor got up and was was like, no, I want to ask him a question. No, but don't you understand that it's illegal? It's, yes, but I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be. I don't know how many times to say this. And so we went back and forth for like 10 minutes. It was crazy. And I'm not exaggerating. Like, I hope
Spencer Tracy got up and he had a fan. And
I hope you can trust me by now to know that, like, I wouldn't exaggerate. Like, I told you I shoved a Sharpie pen up my ass. I don't, like, if this story involved me being less than amazing, I would tell you. Like, the weird thing is I was awesome in this story. It was an accident. They made me awesome. I just went back and forth with them. And so then they're like, oh, fine, whatever. And then, because I was juror number 1 and everyone watched that happen, then they go, okay, let's move on. Does anyone else feel that they would be not be able to be impartial? And like 8 hands went up. Including, and I'm not kidding, it was like a fucking like rom-com, like an old woman, like a really old, like brought knitting to jury duty, like not ironically Winona Ryder knitting, but like knitting like her clothes for things, like for her cat, like raised her hand, like everybody, and they went down like, okay, now what about you? And I was like, well, I think it's, I guess like the young man said, like, and then everybody, they went down. I was like, well, I guess it's like he said. And the judge was like this. He's like clapping his hand. Because humanity is a resource. It's like Soylent Green in the courthouse. Like, they need to flood these channels with human fucking bodies. And you can revolt and go, no, you need us to technically make the courthouses work. We don't want to be here. We want to poop on you.
It's in the Constitution. They tell you when you go to jury duty that you're only there to judge the evidence. But in the Constitution, it actually says, no, you're also there to judge the validity of the law itself.
Yeah, you're there because you are the law. You're Judge Dredd.
You are allowed to say, what if I don't like the law? They go, that's not what we're doing. They go, well, the Constitution says otherwise. And by the way, if you want to get out of jury duty, stand and go, what's the court's stance on jury veto? They go, see you later. They will validate your parking and give you a fucking bean burrito. And say,
so all this, everyone's going, it was late in the day, and everyone's going like, oh, I think what the young man said, I was like, he wasn't hurting anyone. And the judge went, guys, and the 2 lawyers came up and they went, and they all walked away. They all left. And then they went to the kid who was sitting there. Now nobody but the jury. The jury just sitting there, like.
Are you smoking a big cigar at this point? Or you're like,
not quite. Well, yeah, I guess in my head I am, but this is the thing that reminded that moment when the guy turned and congratulated, because the old woman who was sitting in front of me, she turned in her chair and she put her ginger paper wonderful Hallmark hand on my thigh and said, I just want to tell you, I think what you did was very brave. Brave?
The great adventure.
I love getting high, and I want to get out of jury duty, and I'm also brave. Amazing jackpot, and everyone was like, yeah, I was afraid to say something because I was, it's like it's a courthouse. Then they're gonna come to your house. I was like, no, you guys comfortable living in that society? You really think that if you were in jury duty and said, well, I got a problem with this, that you'd go home and there'd be a cop going, well, smarty pants. Sounds like you like the reefer. Now we got your name and number.
We'll shut you down, Harmon.
Stay away from the pool hall. Make that happen sooner than later if you think that's possible.
But now that's what's closer to the world we live in now, for certain. That people
probably,
people
yeah.
are
Well, because you sure can't get out of jury duty anymore. But so
jury veto.
So the judge comes back with the lawyers. Everybody, the kid is going. He's got a big giant smile on his face. And the judge says, what happened is, it's late in the day, and we just sort of settled the matter in chambers, and so there's no more case, and you guys are free to go, but I would like to talk to you in the hallway. The judge said.
To you, the jurors.
Yeah. Could you please meet me around front? I'd like to talk to you for a moment. So you're all free to go. And then we all get up out of the jury box and we all walk over to the doorway where the judge, in his little robe, big robe, sorry, society, and his crown, came over and he got, it's like, you guys are free to go. I just want to let you know, I don't approve of what you did in there, but I approve of the system that let you do it. I think it's amazing that you're able to do it, and that's, a lot of people don't understand that's what the justice system is based on, is your ability to do what you did. And I don't, I think something bad happened in there technically, but that's my own personal point of view. As a legal person, I admire what happened in there. I mean, I don't, but I do. And it was like, shut up. What?
I mean, he
was basically saying, as far as I could understand,
marijuana should be illegal, but you guys are legally allowed to override it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why didn't you take that 15-year-old kid and ruin his life for smoking weed? Because Thomas Jefferson said you could. Fuck off. He was like mad, but like also didn't want to make his forefathers mad. So weird.
Well, he was a guy that actually read the Constitution, and when you go to I went to jury duty. I've been there a couple of times, and the first time I was there, I was like, I don't know, I was in college, so maybe 18 years old. And I was sitting there, and at the LA courthouse down there, I don't know if you guys have been there, but it's a bummer. And I'm sitting there, and there was this bunch of people just sitting there. Some people are really happy about it. They got their juror badges on. They're really excited about it. This is my civic duty. I get to be involved. Like, that's totally fine. If you want to be there, that's a good juror probably. Someone that wants to be there says, I'm interested. I would like to check this out, and I hope I get a good case. A lot of people are like, I got a kid, I got to babysit later on, I got to go to school, and like, how do I get out of this thing? Well, there was a silent radio going by at the speed of sound, like a little red, digital thing going by, and it was all in mumbo jumbo legalese, saying like, in the event that you with Latin terms and stuff like that. And I read it once, and I waited for it to cycle through again. It's also where the snack bar is and where the restrooms are. And I grabbed this woman next to me, this like, housewifey lady next to me. I'm like, read this with me, and tell me if you think this is what it's saying. And what it said is, if you don't feel like you should be here, you can walk up Hill Street, and if you have the blues by being here right now, you can walk up Hill Street, and you go to the fourth floor of a thing, and you can fill out a form. And I read it 3 or 4 times, and I just got up and walked out, and like some guy was like, "Whoa, where you going, man?" I'm like, read that thing. He's like, I've been trying to read that thing for a half hour. But me too. I was like,
it's like, I picture it as like Green Matrix characters. You can read that? Yeah.
But like the silent radio, like it goes by and says, pizza. Our number is like, it goes by too fast. Like, no one's gonna get your delivery number on the silent radio out in front of Hard Times Pizza. It goes by too fast. And so I got in the elevator, and then like there was really like a hand stopped the elevator from closing, and there were like 7 people that were like, "We're coming with you." And then like other people saw that, we all got in, and there was people getting up, and they were coming toward us. So we walk up a block across like Hill and whatever that is, Hope or something like that, and we walk up the street, and then we go in a thing, and we go in an elevator, and we look behind us, and there's 15, 20 other people coming. And like, what's that? And we're going, where he's going? He's going to do the thing. And I didn't want to be there. I wanted to get out of there. And so we go up to the 4th floor of the place, and an elevator door opens, and a bunch of like women, mostly that worked there in the little cubicles, saw the elevator open, and they saw 20 people come out, and they was like, oh God. Like, once a month, somebody reads that fucker.
Another Pied Piper.
So they give you a form that says, why don't you want to be here? And you can say this, you can say that. And so there's like 2 lines if it's not one of the 4 things they give you as reasons. You can say why. And I was like, I don't believe the way the criminal justice system operates. I went in this big Emma Goldman thing, it's like the system's on trial, and I was like, I wrote on the back of it and filled it up. They're gonna go, okay, this guy's gonna be a bad juror. So I get there, and they read through your stuff, and this woman, she's this black lady she had crosses, and very Christian black lady, very very nice and very tired of her job, and I sit down, she goes, all right, Jeff. And she's looking at it. She's reading. She's reading the French. She's like, and And she sees it, turns over to the other side, and she sees the other side just dense writing, like Chaucer on the back. And then she's like, and she reads, she gets like halfway through, and she goes, Jeff, I can't give them this. They're going to make you be a juror. Just go in there, tell them you don't want to be there. They'll probably let you out of it. I go, I don't want to spend the rest of my week like going through juror selection and doing like, I don't want to be here. And they're like, I can't say that. And I go, what can I say? What can I write on this piece of paper that gets me out of it? And she goes, and she stands up a little bit and looks over she's so sick of me and the job. And she says, and she looks back down, like she makes sure no one's listening. She goes, say religious. I'm like, religious. She goes, she goes, write religious on the card. I thought, religious. Like Jeff Davis. No. She goes, sign it. And so I John Hancocked it, and she goes, you're free to go. I'm like, tell everybody that. And she's like, if we told everybody that, there wouldn't be any juries in there anymore. Now you can't. So I got another summons 10 years later. I thought I was off the books forever. I thought that was, like I was like done with that. No, they changed the system. I got the jury thing again, and I wrote religious this and that.
And then you got another thing back that said, "Get your ass in here, boy."
Nice try. You'll go to jail. So
yeah.
I went online and I read about juror veto, and I was prepared for that one. But fortunately, I actually had a thing. But
I went in this last time.
I would do jury. By the way, I would do jury duty now. I'm not that busy anymore. I would do it. I'd be interested. I think
that's how I felt. It's like it's the same way I feel about software piracy. Like I stole my ass a lot of Adobe shit. So if I need Photoshop, I made enough money off of using Photoshop for free that like and if I have it, like they get it, and it all worked out for all of us in the end. Like when I was when that $5 a day wasn't going to cover my rent, I was like, fuck jury duty. But now I'm like, okay, I'll go in, I'll do my duty. It's a duty. I was like, if nobody did it, what the fuck are you going to do? What about that kid who's got caught smoking pot by a dick cop? There's a kid out there, you could make a difference. So I went into the LA Superior Court, and I went through 2 days of this business, and I'm not. It was just funny because I went through all this thing, and I was like my heart was pumping. I'm like, am I going to try to get out of it? Am I going to like try to say I won't be impartial? But I watched them pick off one by one, and by pick off I mean not pick off. Like the people tried to get out of jury duty. It just said like, no, it's religious, and they're like, fuck you, sit down. Welcome to the jury. And how about you, ma'am? But it got disturbing because there was a woman who stood up and said, I'm a writer and sometime an actor. I've even dabbled in directing. I think I can tell a lady faking being the victim of a violent crime and not wanting to be a part of this and being emotionally traumatized by it. And she was either Meryl Streep or I watched a woman get abused a second time by the system because she was like, I just can't. She was fucked up about it because they tell you the details of the crime. They go, this guy stabbed this guy, and then this thing happened, and this, and she's like, I can't do this. I've been through this before.
This is not when she's already been on the panel. When they're saying, when they're really like,
she's on the panel.
Oh, so this is real juror selection.
Yeah,
and
it was okay. Good, sit back down. And it was like nobody got let go. They did not do any of that business. And I was in the elevator with her, and I turned to her. It was such an awkward moment because I turned to her and I said, like, I can't believe they didn't let you go. And she responded to me like really emotionally, said like, I wasn't trying to get let go. I was just being honest. She thought that I was saying like, yeah, jury duty, right? Fuck this shit. I can't believe they didn't buy that. You know, you know what I mean? Like I felt like I was part of the. I was like, no, I just meant like I can't believe the government is terrible and raped you in there. Oh. But it felt like I was. Oh God, it was the worst. But at the end of it, so I'm like, okay, I'm doing jury duty because I just watched this lady get trounced. Like, I'm not going to go up there and go, Nanu, I'm racist. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna just so I can tweet it and because that lady's are going to be haunting me for the rest of my life. That jury duty is duty. That
better be the name of this podcast. By the way.
Nanu, I'm racist. So I hunker down for the due diligence, and we end the whole day, and then I go home. I'm busy as fuck. I'm like, I gotta go back. It's a bummer to have to go downtown. It's blah blah blah. You know, first world problems. But I go back, and I'm there, and we show up, and we're waiting outside the courtroom, and we wait and we wait and we wait, and then a guy comes out at a certain point and goes like, "There's been a development, and you can go to lunch." So I went to lunch. This was the day that the space shuttle was being flown all around LA. I don't know if this is an important part of the story, but it was an odd experience for me because I had no idea. I was on jury duty. It was just like I gotta get a drink. It's 11 a.m. and I'd never hang out downtown, so I'm just like walking.
No, you
I looked
walk
on
to
my
Olvera Street and you go have a margarita. That's what
I looked on my phone for martini icons and was like following it. And as I'm walking across this park, there's like this industrial park downtown, it was like a zombie movie. Like everyone was like looking at a fixed point in the sky, and I kept like 9 times I kept looking for like a suicide jumper, and there was never anything. I just kept walking. I was like, maybe this is what happens to people when they work downtown. Like maybe they're like cattle. Maybe they're just grazing freedom. Like they're just looking at the moon. Like what would it be like there? You could live in a crater and like no one would ever fuck with you. Just keep looking at it. I was just suck it up into my eyeballs for another 6 hours of data entry, and I couldn't stand it. I was like, "What?" I just stopped this one lady. I was like, or didn't stop her. She stopped me. Whatever, Harmon. There's a footnote session. I said, "What is everybody looking at? I'm really sorry." And she's like, "You don't know?" And I was like. I don't know. It's just like, the space shuttle's coming. I was like, what do you mean it's coming? Like, what do you mean? What? I still didn't understand.
The Wells Fargo wagons are coming.
they got honey. They got scarves. I did a new scarf from Neptune. I thought, didn't they decommission that fucking thing? Like, what do you mean why is it coming to Los Angeles? What is it doing here? I
looks like space shuttle's coming.
And I just kept walking between people and went into an empty like P.F. Chang's or something. And it was like, give me everything you have behind the bar, because I had to go back to jury duty. Watched that, figured it out on the TV. They're like, oh, they're taking the space shuttle everywhere. They're flying it all around all over the goddamn place for some reason. Some weird.
While you were there, I got a text from Dino and you saying the space shuttle's flying around.
Right.
And Dino was saying he was at the drawing room, our little local bar.
Yeah, it flew right over the drawing room.
And I was like, what? As I live, half a mile, quarter of a mile from there. I'm like, I didn't hear it go by, and so I was sitting on my toilet taking a shit, as one does, and I hear, and I was like, please let my phone be here, and I grab my phone, pull the blinds up, and I have a shot I put on Instagram of the space shuttle flying over my bathroom window.
I just watched it on the news.
That's awesome.
Everyone in the bar was like watching on the TV, and they were going, "It's coming, it's coming," and then they kept running out. I was like, it looks better on the TV, like way better. I don't know.
It looked pretty cool. I have friends that were like downtown.
Also, there's a cash register here now.
It was really low. They flew that thing incredibly low.
So I go because they were tooling it. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool that they were like just showing it off.
It was saying fuck you to the rest of the cities that bid to have it in their museum, and it's like, we got your space shuttle, fucker.
It was like L.A. going like, yeah, it's cool to be in L.A. There's more here than just riots. There's outer space.
Yeah.
Hey, black people, we may expand out so much that you stop being the victims of crime.
Wow.
Okay.
Nanu.
That was reverse race. I was being Alan Alda about that. So I go back. I traipse my corpse back to the courthouse, and we wait again for another like hour and a half. It's like so to recap here, like the whole like from morning to lunch, like we were just waiting, and something weird happened, and then the bailiff just told us to fuck off and go have lunch and come back. So we all come back. So now I've been downtown all day. I come back. We wait another hour. The bailiff comes out and goes like, Or I'm sorry, he goes, come on in, guys. And we all shuffle in, and we knew something was fishy because he didn't tell us, like, 674, go to the left. Like, there was no, it was just like, get in here, assholes. And so we all shuffled in and sat down, and the judge was like, well,
Johnny Carson, rather?
this is weird, wild stuff, but you're free to go. And he didn't explain anything. He was like, you're free to go. Okay, all right. It was like, what happened yesterday? They were at the elevators, and I saw one of the attorneys, and they tell you don't talk to the attorneys until after the case. And so I said, one of them, waiting for the elevator, the case is over, right? So can I ask you what happened? And the prosecutor looked at the DEA. Am I getting those terms right?
Probably assistant DA.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm sure I wasn't. Yeah, Sam Waterston wasn't there. But I just mean they were the two opposing attorneys, and they kind of looked at each other like as if to ask themselves, like, is it okay to answer the question? And then said, yeah, he didn't show up. So this kid who needed a translator in court because he was like, it was a gang thing. Like, he stabbed somebody, and I'm assuming I'm allowed to talk about this now. I'm not blowing the roof off of this thing. There was a stabbing and blah blah blah, and he had a translator in the courtroom, and the translators could only work in shifts, so there was like always some James Carville guy walking in and trading out, like tagging out. It was the weirdest thing in the world. And this kid just sat there for a day, wasted my fucking time. Don't stab me, kid, if you're listening. And then the next day he was like, I'm not, fuck this. Like, he just left.
He just boned out.
Yeah. I guess it's what I'd do. If I stabbed someone, or didn't, and everyone thought I did.
Maybe he stole a space shuttle.
It might have been him in the space shuttle. All right, stupid jury duty. We spent the whole night talking about jury duty.
Real quick, when I was sitting in the big, like when you sit out in the gallery out there, and they're saying like, who has conflicts, who has this, and you all write it down. You hope you get kicked out. And they're going to, I have a thing. I'm going out of town. Is it a vacation? Yeah. When are you going? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Stay. You can go. You have you're taking care of an elderly woman. You can leave. So some people were going. Some people were kind of on hold. And she comes to me, and I had all these improv show dates, like traveling around doing improv comedy, and I wrote them all down. I was already contracted to go. And so this judge, and she was kind of this tough lady, and she's like, all right, Jeff Davis says you're going to be out of town through January, this and that and that. Then February, blah 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 blah. And that's about half of the dates and things. She says, what do you do? I go, I just do comedy shows. And she's like, what kind of comedy shows? I'm like, improvisation. There's like 100 people in there who have interesting lives, or you know, mundane lives or whatever. Like, you heard a lot of very specific shit. This is a new one.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I kept recording it because I was like, shit. I work like for hours coming up with,
Yeah, exactly.
like people are standing up like weird. Yeah, like just so specific you can't write it.
And so she goes, she goes like, are you an actor? I go, yeah. And she goes, are you going to be famous, Mr. Davis? And I said, yes, Your Honor. And she goes, get out of here.
Get out of here. All right, that's it. Good night, folks. Good night. All right, one more thing. All right, before we bring Spencer up.
I brought my roommate. You asked for her.
Adam, we were not talking to you.
All right, Adam. No, well, I asked Adam to bring his roommate here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Adam. That was
Adam has a weird relationship with his roommate that I want to explore up
Adam
there.
has a weird relationship with me.
Adam is going to bring humanity up, his roommate, and we're going to get to the bottom of why things are so uncomfortable between us in the apartment called Earth. Cinco de Mayo. I was in the green room with our friend that does not exist, documentarian Neil Berkeley.
Yes. World famous.
Who is a fly on the wall. He does not exist. He's not making a movie about us going on tour. He does not exist. He's not a person that is going to be in the movie. So everything I say about it. But I wanted to talk. Like, he was shooting me. And he asked questions. He wants information. He says, like, so what do you think? What do you think you're gonna do tonight, or something? He's not that lame. I don't remember what he's asking me. But I was going like, yeah. Well, the thing is, you were doing this, and I've always thought that you should do this, and I want to try this. And there was a point where he said, I may be mischaracterizing it, but this is how I perceived it. He went like, "So is this how you really talk? Is this who you really are?" Like he was kind of like he's like a documentarian. He was going like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck's going on? Are you always this retarded?" No, he didn't say that. That's how I was. I was like, "Is this how you talk?" And I was like, "I think so. I don't know. I'm perfectly willing to accept that it's not. I don't know. There's a camera on me and I'm talking. I was like, I just want to, you're very loquacious. That's all." I didn't want to throw him into the bus. I wanted to talk about my anxieties that causes.
Right. About
what do you do when someone asks you that? Is this how you really talk?
Oh, I thought I couldn't tell what you were going to say. Like he was making fun of a stammer or
no. I think he meant like I was
always on.
Who said that? Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. Not fuck you. Who said that though?
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus said that. That's what I thought he meant. The Jesus called out always on. That's what I thought he meant. Like that's what I was like. I guess it's possible I may be overly conscious of the camera. I am talking after all to a camera, so I'm probably not acting completely like I normally would. So that's what. It threw me, and it made me wonder if I'm a human being or not.
Right. What was the verdict?
I don't know. I have no idea. How am I supposed to know?
Do you think? Eventually, we're going to be that camera's going to be up your nose for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah, and I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was his issue. He wasn't. He because we talked about it. I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I'm self-obsessed. I'm like, "What did you mean? Tell me everything. What did you mean?" And he said, "No, it's just you're very." He said loquacious, which is something my mom always used to call me.
How did that segue out of Adam and his roommate?
I just wanted to say talk about.
Oh, okay. That was
Adam. Fuck Adam. I was just saying before we bring Spencer up because it's 9:20. I was just thinking of this thing that happened before the show.
Yeah.
Well, what are you saying, that I'm not normal?
No. I think you're very normal.
I mean, I don't. I talk how I talk. It's not. So I'm just trying to express myself.
And you do. What's funny, but like everybody. Like, I'm nervous about the way I talk because I talk way too fast. I would love to talk slower. And when I listen to the podcast, I think you're way more articulate than I am because I'm talking at a mile a minute. We both have our little modulations of when we're talking well and talking poorly.
Yeah, tonight's a bad night for me, but that's beside the point.
I disagree.
I was just it made me wonder. Yeah, I'm just obsessed with myself, and like I was like, oh, what was I? That's not important.
I think he's just a really good documentarian. He's got under your skin.
Well, yeah. Is that what they're supposed to do?
He's going to break you down. He's going to turn you inside out like a sock.
He's really great. He's really great at that. Yeah, he's a powerful presence to have. Yeah. I like him.
It's interesting because he's not just a guy with a camera. He knows what he's doing. Like he has opinions about something.
He's up your ass. He doesn't. He's not gonna. He gives no quarter.
To your ass. He raped you, didn't he?
He touched me. He started touching me, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "No, did you get in the light?" And he's like touching my cheek, and he kind of pushed it. He's like, "You look beautiful that way." And I was like, "I don't know. Is this? I thought this was a documentary."
This is Neil Berkeley, famous documentarian.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't. He's not shooting this thing. Yeah. He's not a character in it. But okay, he's like, and then he's like, "Take your shirt off." And I was crying, but I was like, "Do you understand I'm crying because you're doing this?" And he's like, "Yeah, you're beautiful when you cry." And then out of nowhere, I said, "I have no idea." Like he had a beach ball. Like how do you? Fully inflated, handed me a beach ball. I was just like, now, play with it. Like, what do you fuck around at the beach? Play with it. It was fucked up. I just wanted to talk to you about it because I'll forget.
Was he holding a
tomorrow.
Camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a pink camera with like no lens and like ridges.
Damn, that's a dildo.
Why is that too far? I don't know. You guys are customers always right. Whatever you guys think is entertainment is up to you. But earlier, I will remind you that I said I felt someone's poop by fucking them in the butt, and you acted like Dane Cook was out here. and that you were fans of Dane Cook. Anyways,
Spencer time.
Spencer time.
Spencer, our dungeon master extraordinaire, saunters towards his throne with a satchel.
His satchel is unfurled with the power of 1,000,000 Gremlocks.
I like that in your rap earlier you said that you were a level 3 mage. What was that?
Yeah,
that was nice.
which we are. We leveled up.
We leveled up. So can I talk to more than one squirrel a day now, Spencer?
No, that's racial. It doesn't go by level.
Nanu. So,
Spencer, did you get off of work?
Yeah, okay. I got the 10th from the 31st off. So if we're within those dates, I'm good. Otherwise, I might have to dive out earlier.
No, 10 to the 31st puts you right in
there you go.
thick of things.
Yay! Spencer will be joining us on Harmontown tour.
Exciting.
And Dustin Marshall, our podcast producer, is going to endeavor to release our podcast daily,
right?
So that people might follow the.
So you guys won't be left out. And then we're going to try to make a big party happen when we come back. It'll be we're on the 31st of January. We're at Sketchfest in San Francisco, which is no offense, Los Angeles, but you'll probably all agree because you're from Los Angeles. Our favorite city, San Francisco. we love it, and we're going to be there for Sketchfest and do our final tour show there. But then we'll be back here in LA, and we're going to try to put together like a big thing. We should have a big like homecoming
at the Wiltern.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. No. Whatever. We'll just stack homeless people and make a stage out of them, and just walk all over them and just go. It's good to be back. There were less of these in Montana. Squishy here. But at any rate, I mean, I think we will talk about what we learned and what we didn't learn.
Also, I don't imagine anybody would, but should anybody happen to see us at a gig that's here tonight or comes to our shows here, if we're out on the road, come introduce yourselves. It'd be nice to see you.
Absolutely, of course.
It'd be nice to meet any traveling Armenians that come meet us. Speaking of Armenians, I saw the Armenian you the other day. I saw Armenian Dan Harmon. And I sang a whole song about Armenian Harmon. Armenian Harmon, stay away from me. But he looked an awful lot like you, and he was almost definitely Armenian.
I can't imagine there's much of a line between me and Armenian me. Like I think I could pass pretty easily for Armenian me.
No, it's a hair's breadth.
Yeah.
Spencer, how you doing over there?
I'm doing pretty good. Good.
Yeah, you look
Seems
good.
like it.
Thanks.
I'm always happy to see you, Spencer. You're a welcome addition here. It's good to have you.
I'm glad to be enjoyed by you guys.
Are you ready to be in a tour bus with us for God knows how long?
Yeah. I don't usually do things, and that sounds like a thing.
It's a tour bus is a great place to do it.
Yeah, this is almost certainly a thing, so it's going to be very exciting for you.
Yeah, it's a change of pace. In addition of things.
You'll be doing what you normally do at 70 extra miles per hour.
Masturbating.
Oh, the plot thickens.
It will.
Dress for movement, Spencer.
That is going to be a thing, isn't it? We're going to be together for. I didn't even thought about that.
Oh no. Oh yeah. We're all going to be fucking and sucking on that trip.
It doesn't take long. Yeah.
Spencer, I'm going to wear your
Oz.
I'm going to wear your ass like a hat, Spencer.
I've seen enough movies to know.
Yeah, no.
Some Shaws are going to get shanked. Oh wait, what did Goldberg want? Goldberg brought his roommate. I feel. Can we sneak him up real quick?
Sure. If that were possible.
Is that an oxymoron? Yeah. Can we sneak Adam Goldberg up?
Adam Goldberg, everyone. Welcome him back, would you? A measured applause for the return of Adam Goldberg.
I asked you to bring your roommate.
And I asked you to bring back that plate I gave you last night. Do you have the plate?
Yeah, I don't, but in my defense, it's a very passive-aggressive move to hand someone a big, heavy plate full of baked goods and then ask for the plate back when they're nowhere near their plate holding device. I actually gleefully left it like in a public restroom. I couldn't wait for you to ask for it back so I could explain to you, your 24-year-old ass. No, you don't do that, Adam. You don't hand someone a big heavy plate full of baked things unless
Dan,
you want to kiss the plate goodbye.
In his defense, you gleefully leave lots of things in public restrooms.
But also, not a valuable plate. And a bunch of
I don't care. I have my own plate.
I should have taken a picture of it. A bunch of half-eaten cookies and just like 2 brownies like upside down. Like
that dessert tray had traveled over 80 miles by the time it got to you from beautiful Agora Hills, California.
You're a diabolical person.
I brought you snacks.
That's
a weird way to bring the diabolical into it.
It's not, but you didn't bring like a hot, like wonderful tray of home-booked things. Adam.
You're mad at me because I didn't bring you home-cooked snacks?
No, Adam.
Then talk to my roommate who's a chef. Can we get a round of applause for my roommate?
All right.
Did you just throw to an audience intro?
All right. All right. Wait, he's physically leaving this place. All right, Adam Goldberg's roommate.
He just walked out the back door.
Do you need help?
Bolt it.
Pushing that down.
Adam's been given a terrible latitude in Harmontown. I'm not sure I'm crazy about it.
All right, Adam Goldberg's roommate. I think
do have a name.
I think. Well, I know, but I just want to say, from that title alone, everyone's already on your side.
You're like Joan of Arc.
Please welcome Hitler's therapist. What is your name?
Anastasia.
Anastasia. Oh, yes. Prettiest name ever.
Thank you.
I've used that a lot as people's middle names, like in comedy writing. Sarah Silverman's middle name in the Sarah Silverman program was Anastasia, and Pierce Hawthorne on Community's middle name was Pierce Anastasia Hawthorne.
Doesn't that mean something like resurrection or something like that?
You know, you're one of the first people to just point that out. It's true.
Oh, I've read Anna Karenina.
Okay. So you know.
What's the origin of Anastasia?
It's actually from 2 Greek words that mean resurrection. It's a pretty common Greek and Russian name, just not here.
I don't know why I keep looking at my Dungeons & Dragons character sheet while and it says you have a bag of holding. Is that... All right. We'll be right back. Not a good interviewer. I'm not good. If there's an edge of the pool within reach, I will grab it. Let's just...
What's on your mind, Anastasia? what brings you up here? What brings you up on stage? Yeah.
Who seems to have disappeared?
No, let's ask her. Really, God, you have Adam Goldberg's roommate on stage. Like what do we
have
ask?
A weird relationship with, and I didn't know.
Well, I just assumed.
No.
You know why I thought it was weird? Because you'd never been here before, and Adam is like a regular. That's an understatement. And so you had never come here. No. So what's that about? That's not a judgment of us, right?
No, I can't stand you guys. No, it's not that. It's no, my schedule is fucked up. I'm a cook, so I work when other people play, and this is usually an issue. Like, I work on Fridays, I work on Saturdays.
Where do you? Can we ask where you work?
Yeah.
We don't have to if you don't want to say it.
No, it's cool. I used to crow about it. I worked for Wolfgang Puck Catering until about a month ago, and I now work at the USC Radisson. There's an upscale sports bar there called McKay's.
Wait, USC meaning University of Southern California?
Stay at the USC Radisson.
Yes. They do many things well. I don't think they should be managing hotels.
Yeah, it seems weird. That's a weird amalgam of higher education and
are you a cook, a chef? Have you studied?
Technically, I'm a cook. You're not a chef unless you manage, a staff.
Right.
And technically, chefs don't really do a whole lot of cooking as a result, but go on.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever caught Adam Goldberg wearing?
He should probably be asking me that question.
All right. What's the weirdest thing you've been caught wearing by Adam Goldberg? you brought it up, Anastasia.
I assume that's why I was here. Okay.
No, you are here purely to embarrass Adam Goldberg, in my opinion. We went.
All right.
It's
a good story. It's a good story.
No, what was it? Yeah, what?
All right. At the risk of, I don't know, I'm just starting to feel kind of naked right now. So give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Do you want me to? Let me throw.
I haven't ingested enough booze to be social right now. Or
pour a drink, Dan. Give the guy a drink.
Do you drink vodka? Do you want vodka?
Oh, sure. Dude,
and also, there's people.
After today, I could use a drink. Today was fucked up. I could use a drink.
You haven't been here to the show before, but I put a Sharpie pen up my butt once, like, and I'm not recently. I'm getting your ice, but I just mean like the bar is low as far as like human dignity. Like it doesn't. You don't need to.
Yeah, don't stick your finger in that cup. I'm good.
Oh, because you're a cook, you know that I'm in the red zone with my bacteria.
No, you just talked about your butt.
No.
I can get you a fresh cup, and
it's cool. I've seen
I know
worse.
how cooks are.
I've dealt with worse. Don't worry about it.
Here's your ice cup.
Thank
you. Spencer. Wow. Dan Porter 7 ounces of vodka.
Over my finger. All right, but there must be an embarrassing thing I could tell you to put you at ease.
Okay, it's not really embarrassing, at least not to me, but it was probably so for Adam. Anyway, I'm kind of hesitant to call this a kink. It's not really a kink. It's not really a fetish.
This is go on.
Because I don't get off on it. That's the thing. But
I may.
I can't believe you don't come here every week. This is your home. This is where you belong.
I'm starting to feel that way now. I'm glad. Okay, so I've been into, Zentai for a while. Some of you might already know what that is.
Wait, what?
Really? Oh my god.
Sentai?
Zentai. Yes.
Is that related to hentai?
No, it's not.
Okay.
There are a lot of sound-alike words in Japanese. This is...
I'll say. Clean up your act, Asians. You've been warned.
Like, are you actually pointing at any?
Maybe.
Okay.
Who knows? Can't throw a cat without hitting one on this side of town.
Misha, you here? Misha? Hey, Misha.
It's Misha. Oh, shit, I missed Misha. Anyways, what is it?
All right, so they're basically head-to-toe spandex suits.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, that's a cousin of... Okay.
I know, yeah.
So you want to come on the Harmontown tour, too?
If I could get off work for long enough, I would love to. That's the thing. I can't. I'm like,
whatever they're paying, we'll double it.
What's that?
Whatever they're paying you, we'll double it.
I might have to take you up on that offer.
Okay, I didn't think it was going to go that well. That's
No, seriously. I'm like, I work in a restaurant where they're trying to make magic with 7 people.
Now, when you put on these little spandexy suits, do you go about town? Or you wander around in the house?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Wait, under your clothes or just like you mean like?
Well, yeah, I'm wearing clothes over them, but. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
that's your little secret. You've got a little sexy spandexy outfit on.
It's not really a secret if your head is covered.
Yeah, it's over your face.
Yes.
Wait, so do you rob banks?
No, actually.
Wait, you go out of the house in a full spandex head to toe suit.
I do.
And just hit kookaroo and
just walk around.
Just because I feel like it.
Oh yeah, cool. Just go about your business.
Pretty much.
That's awesome. And what's the reaction to people that you run into?
Strangely enough, as long as I don't make a huge deal about it, no one else does either. There are occasionally, there is occasionally genuine alarm. Like, occasionally.
Ninja!
Like I remember ordering like a couple weeks ago. I ordered a pumpkin spice latte from the Starbucks at the Target.
Wait, so you really so you go? It's not just a stroll around the block. Like you go.
Yes.
Okay, you go in.
Are you
I
wearing,
have
are you
shit
wearing
to do.
anything
I
else?
run errands.
Are you wearing anything else, or just the head-to-toe spandex?
Well, this is a
jumpsuit?
mesh suit, so I have to wear shit under it. I mean, over it.
It's mesh.
Yes.
Okay, so you got
So I can
some
see through it.
You got some knickers on underneath it. Something. Fill me in here, Anastasia. This is new.
I'm not okay.
Okay, so you're dressed up like.
Mention it. I mean, I was like, I'm not going there, but
So you went to Starbucks and
yeah, I'm not answering.
I got some serious Googling to do tonight.
But I wear clothes over it, so I'm not just
ANASTA.
well, yeah.
I don't have that
What
kind
is
of
it really?
web
I want to know what
presence,
it's called because the amazing thing about I love the internet. You encounter people now. You get to go. There's going to be like 500 people that listen to you, and like 40 of them are going to go. Wait, me too. And like, what? How do I? There's a thing. There's a subreddit. So
Probably.
what?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
What's the? What did you say it's called?
Zentai.
And it's look at the Z.
Yes.
And you're saying it's not necessarily a sexual thing for you.
Not for me. It seems to be for
It's
a lot of
kind
people,
of
but it's
like comfort, like maybe like a
more or less.
What's
comfort,
the fulfillment of that for you? Like, what is that? What itch does that scratch?
You put it that way. It's basically it's either a meditative thing for me or it's. I used to call them hug suits because I'm like, if I'm feeling like shit, I don't know, just
right
feeling tightly enclosed.
like enclosed, yeah. There's a thing. I have a big nylon fetish. You haven't been here. Welcome aboard.
So you're familiar with encasement?
Yes, encasement.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, did I call it?
It's
Enclosure?
related.
Yes, it's like if you
Spencer, take 5.
if you take nylon. If you take nylon fetishry to yeah, it's there's people who want the whole body encased in it. And I remember when I was a kid, when I was watching Batman, and I'm pretty convinced that Yvonne Craig, who played the Batgirl on the Adam West Batman series, I'm pretty sure she has everything to do with everything for me, because she had this red wig and she was like she looked good, and everyone on that show was wearing nylon something or spandex something, and there was also a lot of like oh Batman, I've tied you to Robin and Batgirl again, I'm gonna put you in this sausage machine and you're gonna have to, I bet you'll never get out no matter how hard you wriggle. And I remember being a really little kid and like watching Batman and like putting myself in between a bunch of pillows and like wriggling around and like feeling the comfort. And then I saw that Temple Grandin movie on HBO where she made herself a squeeze machine.
Yes. I know about this.
Oh, dude, that Temple Grandin movie is fucking badass. Like, it's amazing. Everyone has to see it. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Period. Not as good as Batman Rising. So, Batman, there's a new squeeze machine. I was wondering what it would break first, your spirit or your body. All right, sorry.
So have we cured you of Zentai yet, Anastasia?
No.
But like the idea of like tight yeah. I think there's like people who like oh, I like to wear tube socks like really tight, like people like I want things squeezing me and putting pressure on me, like relaxes you.
It's weird, but it does.
I think I'm not saying this to be glib or wry, but I feel like suits for me, there's a kind of an encasement kind of thing. Like I love the feeling of being like wrapped up in a suit. It's like pajamas, and it's kind of like armor in a way. I feel very safe and secure in a suit.
Well, they fit you pretty well, actually. Don't take that the wrong way.
All right.
My pants just leveled up. I'm trying to bring Spencer back into this, man.
right.
I've been told I have that effect.
All right, what does Adam eat by default?
What's on his side of the fridge?
Yeah. No. What's on the coffee table? What's just empty blank wrappers? What? What does he always just eat?
Oh God. I can't even answer this one, if only because
it's wood. And you're afraid he'll be outed as like some kind of
No.
All right.
He eats nothing but neighbors.
This is like, I mean, that's like, we got Adam Goldberg's roommate up here. Yeah. I don't know.
She's being very good about it. She's being more self-revelatory than Adam.
No, that's great.
Yeah. It's very noble of you.
But also, I want what does he do? There's got to be something. Like, one thing. What can we?
Come over if you want.
That's never going to happen, Adam.
Should I bring Eric Idle over? And no, I just we want to tease him about one thing, like one specific thing. Does he have like a porcelain bulldog that sits on his desk? Or
hey, Skyfall, take it easy.
Is he like? What does he watch? What's his favorite?
I'm actually the weirder one here. I'm just.
That's almost impossible.
I mean, I'm for God's sake, I'm a cook and I hardly ever cook. So whatever food is in the fridge is usually his. He eats at this point. He eats a much more varied diet than I do. I'm like, I subsist on whatever leftovers I can get from the restaurant, despite being able to afford more than that. I just don't have time.
Goldberg continues to elude us.
He's normal. Oh my God.
We're gonna get you.
He's not normal.
Get you, Goldberg.
We're gonna bring his mother up next week, and she's gonna be like, I don't know. I felt something down there, and then I heard a skateboard, and he was gone. God damn it! I want Is he Soviet? What does he want from us? All right. Well, anything. I'm about to say this. Anything you want to plug while you're up here? You get to. You've been very gracious and very revelatory. Anything you want to say to America? Not America. That's presumptuous. Anything you want to say to the
2,000 people who listen to the show?
350.
Well, that would have been my college radio DJ days.
Tell your dad you're sorry you didn't call him on Father's Day. Anything.
Oh God.
I put you on the spot. I'm a bad interviewer.
No, hardly. It's just it's something I don't really have an answer to. I'm like, anything I want America to know?
Yeah. I mean, if you had needs, you couldn't live with Adam Goldberg. That was mean. I go where the the pellet gives me the honey. I find that making fun of Adam gets me laughs. So,
do you owe him money? Does he have something on you? Is there some sort of weird blackmail thing going on right now?
Besides what I told you about, and now everyone else knows about, not really.
And Starbucks. You just went into Starbucks. You don't care.
No, not just Starbucks. The hardware store.
Have you and Adam ever made out?
No.
Oh, damn. Will they?
Oh, I know you were entertaining thoughts at one point.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, here we go.
Does he play video games? Does he?
Yeah, but how is that strange?
No, I just want details. Does he throw knives at a board? Like
he's home all day. I'm like the perfect roommate because I'm never home.
All right.
Well, thanks, Adam. That was fascinating.
Anastasia. Thank you so much for coming up and bearing your humanity to us.
And resurrecting Adam's character on this show once again.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Once you have eyes in. Okay, God damn it. We really fucked up. We went too long.
It's too late.
No problem. There's
all
more
right,
where that came from.
Spencer.
Hey guys, it's Spencer. I'm here to issue a formal apology and talk to you about MeUndies. You see, recently we were in Oklahoma for a show, and at the end of the show, Dan took all his clothes off, ran around like a fool trying to get attention. It was a lot of fun. Everyone loved it. They loved it so much, I was jealous. I wanted to get some attention for myself. I took off all my clothes, ran around too, but I crashed into a table, spilled McDrinks all over myself. And I just want to tell you that you don't have to have all your underwear disintegrate off of you like I did. You can use MeUndies and elevate your underwear game to the next level. What is MeUndies? Oh, just some seriously soft, feel-good undies delivered right to your door that won't disintegrate when you crash into a table of drinks. MeUndies are designed in LA and made from sustainably sourced micromodal, a fabric 3 times softer than cotton and 3 times less disintegratable. MeUndies softer than soft luxe undies come in an ever-changing selection of classic colors, bold shades, and adventurous patterns, so you can tailor your undies to your own personal style, even if your style is crashing into beverages or just swimming in your own pants. And guess what? You can save time and money each month with a monthly subscription. And you save a lot of money by not getting arrested for public indecency. And if you're not ready for a subscription, that's okay. You can still save because MeUndies is offering you 20% off your first pair. Just use our special URL, MeUndies.com/Harmontown, and get 20% off your first pair. So go ahead, flood-proof your underwear drawer. You deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/Harmontown, MeUndies.com/Harmontown. That's MeUndies.com/Harmontown.
All right, Spencer.
Dungeons and Dragons speed round.
Time for a Dungeons and Dragons quickie. It's a special segment where we play Dungeons and Dragons in 10 minutes and get the fuck out of here. Sorry.
Dungeons and Dragons introduction segment. After tussling with a gelatinous cube in a pit. Our heroes came upon a horrendous scene. A vicious barbarian raid on the White Skull Knoll village. It was here that Sharpie's father, Lord Mango Butts-a-Lot, revealed himself, hurtling headlong at the party. Swords and spells flew as the forces clashed, but when the dust settled, the barbarian lord lies sleeping on the floor, suffering from a face full of magic. There our adventurers stand in the wreckage of the White Skull camp as dawn breaks on the grassy hills of the Butts Peninsula. So if you recall, you're standing in the wreckage of this Knoll village, right? And you knocked him out.
Yeah, my
you were
dad
going to
was
draw
very
a dick on
violent.
his head or something.
And we took him out systematically, and now he's sleeping it off.
And you're thinking about taking his anchor. I remember that.
And we leveled up.
He was wielding an anchor, which is awesome.
Go. Speed round.
Level 3.
I got a new thing called Power Attack. I'm excited about that.
Power Attack.
No. I didn't say I want a Power Attack. Are you describing Power Attack?
I would have if you didn't stop me.
I thought just by mentioning it, I was going to kill the Sharpie Butts-a-Lot by accident. Please tell me what.
No, it's fine. The moment's gone. We'll come back to it.
Oh, shit.
As Lord Butts-a-Lot sleeps on the floor, you notice several barbarian warriors suddenly creep out of hiding.
Oh, shit.
Power attack!
They seem weary.
Wait, McGathy's Fremen Summonens.
Cinnamon mustache.
Cinnamon mustache. Sorry, Aaron. Can you play your character?
Sure. Speed, come up.
I'm sorry.
Aaron McGathy, everybody. As Molarain Sedana, which Vache Panos tells me Sedana is Armenian for Satan. For real.
Well, I love cinnamon mustache.
All right, sorry. So there's
is that where somebody shits in your chest?
There's barbarians coming out of the bushes.
They seem weary and relieved.
Oh.
They approach you, calling out, "Hey! Easy with the magic."
Hey, man, only using as much as I have to.
Thanks for knocking out our war chief. He gets kind of crazy, when he's raging.
Hey, listen.
How's it going? How's it going?
You should have been to dinner on Tuesday nights. I'm his son. Sharpie Butts-a-Lot. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Levi Leonard. We've actually met before.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ages and ages past.
Well, I was a little drunk. So you guys...
Yeah.
I'm talking to the barbarians.
Yeah.
So you're. I came to stop you because you're headed for the. You're headed to talk to the dwarves, right?
No, see, that was just a clever ruse to throw them off our trail. We really came here to this Knoll village to wipe it out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
God damn it! I can't keep up with this shit. And I also have to confess, I've never read a single thing on any of these. Never, ever. Like, sometimes we're up against the wall and I'll go like, snake handler. You want to cast snake handler? Yeah. I get lucky. But we're level 3 now, so I'm going to try to.
But these are ostensibly people who were on their side because these are friends of your sleeping father, right?
These are my peeps.
Yeah, those are your peeps.
Ostensibly.
I ask these barbarians as a barbarian myself. I greet them with my with the old barbarian handshake.
All right. For the podcast listeners, Jeff is giving a very elaborate handshake.
Right.
For the podcast listeners specifically, you the first person on the left holds their hands together as if in prayer. The other person does the same and holds their hands 90 degrees.
Right.
And they bisect each other's fingers and then look through each other's hands and chuckle.
Yeah, it's a goodie.
Yeah. Yes, we did expect you. You see, Yurch, he was here before. He told us you'd be coming.
Aha! Well, we're here.
Again, thank you for not killing our barbarian lord. Please don't loot his body. It's important to us.
No, hey, it couldn't be more important to me. I mean, he came me.
Now, when he wakes up, is what do we? How do we get him on our side? Will he wake up in a better mood?
Yeah. He was raging. You know,
so he was just
can't
drunk.
See.
Yeah. He was drunk.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around, and I'm so sorry.
Ask questions. It's fine.
Nice.
You guys weren't headed towards any dwarves at all?
No, you see, the dwarves are our enemies, but that was not the intention of this mission.
Oh, that's what you told everyone you were going to go do, and then you were going to go on this secret assassination mission.
We were really looking for something.
Well, what's going down with the dwarves? I'm distressed by all this talk. I mean, forever, human and dwarf have been inextricably bound by humanoidness.
I have no problems with dwarves per se, but the Hammerbeard tribe themselves, they're very warlike. They're martial. They're not normal dwarves. They've been trying to overtake this plains for years.
Are you saying they're bad dwarves?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Take your word for it.
No, you said you were here to find something. What were you specifically here to find?
You see, that's actually classified. I think only Mango knows.
Let's wake him up.
Yeah.
You want to wake him up?
I grab some water from a nearby well and splash it on his face.
You splash it on his face. He wakes up with a start. What? Sharpie, it's you. What are you doing here?
Happy Father's Day.
I want my cake.
What are you doing here?
I came to visit you. I was out in the field and I was trying to work up my mage powers, and I had an epiphany that I should come and atone with you.
Finally come to take a run at your old man, hey? That's very brave.
No, brah, no. Dad, I'm not going to take a run at you. You're a barbarian. I just wanted to be a wizard. Like, I came to take a run at your feelings.
Your words strike a chord and his face softens. He says, you know, back when I used to beat you, it was because I thought magic would make you weak. But now I realize magic is strength. Magic is the universe. I shunned magic, but now I realize magic is power. It binds my tribe and crushes my enemies underfoot. And that's why I've been pursuing these fragments. Perhaps you've heard of them. They're called the fragments of power.
Don't we have one of those fragments? I whisper to Sharpie. Kind of an Abbott and Costello kind of.
I think we have two of them.
We got two of those fragments.
Dad, I think we have two of them.
You think?
Two fragments. Well, we had one, and then...
Don't lie to your father, Sharpie.
Well, I just can't keep track. Dad, I'm an alcoholic. And often our adventures occur late in the evening when I've crossed a threshold.
Well, show them to me.
I pull out my dick and balls. And then I say, just kidding.
Yeah. Not those fragments.
We had two fragments, right? We had the one that we got.
The one that you had, and the one you stole from Darkstar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aha.
I pull him out.
You whip him out. He inspects the dazzling crystals. He says, yes, these will do nicely. And he takes them from you.
What, Dad?
Do you want to? Okay, I'm sorry. He attempts to take them from you.
And I go, ow. I don't.
He just rolled the dice. You're much quicker than him and pull the stones back. His face contorts with rage.
I jump in front of Sharpie and say, listen, we just met you and I know you're his father, but if you want what we've fought so hard to gain, we will exact a price for them.
Jesus.
He looks at you with a new understanding, and then you see behind him approaching Yurch the Knoll. He's slinking up. He's holding a haunch of meat, and he's munching on it.
A haunch of what?
Of meat.
A haunch of meat.
I ask him if he likes what he's eating.
Yes, he does. On closer inspection, you realize it's the leg of a knoll.
Ooh. I take an arrow and I shoot it at his shoe, so it just hits the shoe into the ground, but not his foot.
The severed foot or his personal foot? The one he owned?
His personal foot, but I don't hurt him. I just keep him. I like a bug that I'm taxiderming.
Spencer, did you give me power attack to use on Mulrain Sedana? Because I'm this close.
You guys make the action. I mean, okay, so you shoot at his foot? At his foot?
Yeah.
Or near his foot?
Just to keep him.
It seems like the right thing to do.
Well, it does miss. He looks at you with anger. And
all right, everybody.
He approaches Mango without you guys talking. He approaches Mango, and they turn their backs to you and whisper to one another. You see him pull something out of his pocket. It looks kind of like your crystal, but it's a deep blood red. He hands it to him.
Dad, listen. You said that you have a newfound respect for magic. So I would hope that would be a entree into a newfound respect for your son's vocation and a newfound respect for the potential destruction that magic can cause. These 2 shards that we've uncovered, we got them from shitty people who were corrupted by their power, and we just need to make sure. I'm all for gathering all of them to keep them out of the hands of the shitty. So let's not get all grabby.
He seems a bit calmed by your speech. You always had a way to convince him sometimes.
What happens if you combine all these shards together? What is the force that creates?
You see, the fragments of power are but fragments of the tapestry of fate. You can imagine the universe as the reflection of the light. That light is magic. The light comes through the tapestry of fate and projects our reality. But these forged, they determine what the reality is. With the fragments in hand, one can determine whatever reality they wish and will it into being.
Ooh. We can change the tapestry with the shards?
With the fragments of power, you are the tapestry.
Ooh. Now, do we have 3 of the 4 or all 4 now?
You guys personally have 2. One of them's the one you found, and one of them's a pretty large one that you purified from the Admiral Darkstar. You saw that red one, maybe.
So that's probably number 3.
Yeah, he might have other ones he hasn't told you about.
I'll carry it because I'm very strong.
Which one?
The large one.
You'd have to ask Sharpie for that. He owns it right now.
Well, you can carry it. I was just trying to help.
Yeah, that's fine.
I say that we combine these 3. Look, Sharpie. I pull Sharpie and Mulrain aside and say, here's the deal. We don't know what's going to happen when all 4 of these are together and who's going to control them. But I say at least let's make sure that we, as good people, are involved when the 4 are united, and we can cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's unite these 3 and then go after the 4th one together.
Right, but first we got to purify this red one. Dad, your crystal, your shard's red. I don't think it's supposed to be.
What do you know of these stones? Have you studied them?
Well, I got some hands-on experience. I've taken 2 of them, and I think I purified one of them. I was, again, very drunk. I'm not coming to you as a proud man, Dad. I'm coming to you as a guy with 2 shards. And I'm saying yours is red, and I think that, when they're different colors, they should be purified. Nanu.
Okay,
all right, take it easy. If I've learned one thing on this adventure, different colors should be purified. Can I try to purify your red crystal, Dad?
I don't know what this purification process might do. Would it Do you know what this is?
Well, it ain't gonna make them less magical.
Do you know that?
Yes.
You say reasonably unconvincingly. Oh, you convince him. Okay.
That was climactic and unclimactic at the same time. Oh, yeah, you fucking nailed it. Pretty good. Pretty good. You fucking did it.
That's how it goes. He hands you the red crystal.
Did I purify the last one?
Yeah, but you don't know what that means. I mean, you haven't like done tests on an unpurified versus a purified.
No, but what did I do last time to remember when we got
You touched them together and one of them turned from like dark colored to like bright dazzling.
Oh, okay.
Color. That's really all you know.
I turned my back and I go, Om Shabai, Om Nadai, Om Nadai. But I just put the three together.
Is that from Temple of Doom?
No, it's from gibberish.
Okay. You notice the red one glows, and it actually turns the larger one red.
Oh shit! All right, well, let's just hope that red is good. Let's commit to this. Maybe red's good.
Doesn't sound good.
May I use Alchemist's Fire to examine the color of the stones?
Alchemist's Fire is a magical bag containing reagents that, when exposed to air, burst into flame. It's essentially an incendiary device.
All right, sorry.
Why don't you shoot more arrows at people's feet?
Why did you do that? Did you think he was going to eat a chicken leg
With the
against
fire?
us?
She just knows she has arrows and she keeps shooting them all the time at people.
No, I thought he was going to run away, so I just wanted to keep him still. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're...
Adventure.
Yeah, show don't tell.
Mango calls. Well, what's going on? You took my thing.
I was just doing a thing. So what happened?
You were chanting in
the
Arabic.
red one turned another one red?
Yeah.
So we have one purified one and two red ones?
Yes.
So I think it's probably dangerous to combine all three of these together, right?
It might very well be.
I said we find the fourth one and maybe...
There might very well be more than 4.
Can I ranger for the fourth one?
Ranger. You range unsuccessfully. I'm sorry, you guys.
I'm sorry.
I throw one of my 7 knives at the moon. It can't hurt to try.
All right. Dad.
Yes.
What would you think about taking these things to someone that would know better than us? What their potential and dangers are.
You want to know what their potential dangers are? Check this out.
Zip.
He grabs his red crystal from your hand and he swallows it.
What?
Oh, okay.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. This is true power.
All right.
Swallow your red one then.
This is why I left home.
I never said he was sane. He might be crazy.
Dad, so what have you? Is that the first time you've ever done that?
No. This is my third.
You've swallowed
the second one's the hardest.
Oh, so he's got one more inside him already.
It's two more. You got 2 more.
It's
the third one he swallowed. So Dad, what can you do having swallowed this?
Soon you'll see.
Are we supposed to cut him open and get those things?
That's a lot. How much do you
He
care?
presents his belly.
He presents his belly.
That's a joke.
Could I use my arrow to do surgery that's painless and then?
Yeah, totally. That's I don't. What's your surgery rating?
That's heal skill.
Heal skill?
I think you're like a +9 to heal.
Dad, I'm really taken aback by your behavior.
I'm not surprised. You know nothing of the fragments. You know nothing of the tapestry. You know nothing of true magic.
Can we get the Fellowship of the Nerds up here to help us out and tell us what to do?
Yeah, no, I know a corruptive magic when I see it. So but he's not trying to go for my fragments, right? I still have my 2.
Not yet, although he does occasionally eye them. Yes.
Oh Jesus, I've seen this before.
Sharpie, swallow yours too, and then you'll be his equal. It'll be like a toning with him.
No, I'll just have 2 fucking unused fragments in my. He'll kill me. I don't know what to do. This seems like a great.
He said detect magic.
Detect magic.
You have 2 stones, one that's purified and one that's not purified. So why don't you detect magic, see which is stronger?
Ooh.
It's in the way that you use it.
What does detect magic detect?
Detect magic allows you to see auras emanating out of things that are magical. As you focus harder, those auras become more distinct and determine the nature of such magic.
Can I tell something that's more magical from something that's less magical?
Yes.
Okay. I because this guy's a hero.
Listen to that guy.
I will cast detect magic on my dad's stomach. And on the shards in my hand.
You sense several auras of magic. One's coming from the stone in your hand. One's coming from the larger stone that was it's been turned red now. A huge aura is emanating out of Lord Butts-a-Lot. And a sizable aura is emanating from Jeff's pocket.
Well, that we knew about.
You know what they say about a gnome with a big sword?
You notice Lord Butts-a-Lot is emanating a magic of intense chaos and anger and power.
Wait, I have magic too?
Yeah, you can't see it though. So I mean, unless he says something to you, you have no idea this is happening.
All right. I'm going into panic mode. So what's next, Dad? Where were you headed next?
We take this fight to the dwarves. You see, the dwarves have fragments too. They want ours. We need to wipe them out before they finish their war plans and decimate my lands.
Where do you think they are, the dwarves?
The mountains that they live in. You see, they're using... Dwarves like mountains.
Yeah, no, I know they do. Could we establish that?
Do I know that I have an emanating thingy throbbing in my...
don't.
Okay.
Sorry, Jeff.
All right.
You can tell him.
Shit. Well, I mean, the show's way too late.
We're missing a piece.
What?
Sorry.
There are pieces in existence. You have a few of them. So there might be many
now,
more.
are we trying to find a missing piece, or are we trying to figure out what's happening?
You're talking to your dad, or you're talking to his dad. He seems to want to get the ones from the dwarves, or maybe just kill the dwarves.
Let's unite forces and kill the dwarves and combine these shards together.
Yes, a barbarian after my own heart.
Yeah, 2 arrows. 2 arrows at the dwarves.
2 arrows, well served.
Wait, did she just try to kill me?
No, at the dwarves.
Oh, you keep shooting arrows at everything.
You just said kill the dwarves, and I yes anded you and said, yeah, let's kill the dwarves.
Okay.
How do I please you? You say jump.
It's a very good question.
How many arrows high?
Okay. All right. I just once bitten, twice shy.
We've never gone this late. We have to find a place to stop the show. But it's never.
I say that you make a big proclamation to me, to Mulrain, and to Lord Butts-a-Lot about just like Peter Jackson's breaking up The Hobbit into 3 acts. I say you find a way to end this non-act break in a great flourish, in a way that you would break up The Hobbit into 1/3.
Right.
So, and then
as I recall from The Lord of the Rings, the thing that one character did was, did you ever notice when it seems like a story is bad, that it actually turns out it's good? Because there'll be another story? And then the other guy was like, yeah, I guess you're right. And then they ended the movie. That was how but we can't do that here.
Sure,
we
you can.
More craftsmanship. I just did it and it didn't work. Yo.
We want to thank Spencer all for being up here. Thank you, Spencer. Yeah. Come on. Aaron McGathy, Mulrain Sedana, thank you for being here. Yeah.
Crystal shards. Crystal shards got power. Power going down to the hour. Got a fragment of this, got a fragment of that. Fucked your mama's dog. Fucked your mama's cat. Fucked your mama in a gnome village. Fucked your mama and her pussy I pillaged. Fucked your mama with an axe. Fucked your mama with a hammer. Fucked your mama and made her start to stammer. She was like, oh, that's good. Fucked your mama with a sword made of wood. Fucked your mama in the high plains. Fucked your mama in the grains.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody.
Sorry, kind of a long one. But hey, you ever have a really big pizza? Sometimes the pizza's really big. It makes you sick the next day. As good as all pizza.
Thank you so much for coming down to Nerd Melt Theater. Thank you for listening. I'm Jeff Davis with the Comptroller. Your mayor, Dan Harmon, one more time. I'd also like to thank Katie Levine, our audio recording, Zach McKeever on tech, Emily Gordon, our producer of the live show, Daniel Kramer, program director, Dustin Marshall, podcast producer, Mo Fathelbab, on-site director, Jenny Fine, logo designer, Sharuri Shaga, web designer. Thank you so much for everyone who's joining us tonight. Thank you for the Fellowship of the Nerds. Thank you, Anastasia, for coming up. Adam Goldberg, hit the showers. Thank you, Harmontown.
The colors, purify colors. Thank you.
I can't believe how cold it is. It's so cold in here. Don't you think you should turn your phone and look at me now? Now you think so. I think it's so rude. As a branch of the United States
As a branch of the United States government, it is the mission of the National Security Agency to assess and flag citizens of the country who may present a threat to its security. The NSA has clearance to wiretap by any means necessary.
Tapped. Incidental recordings of private conversations from the files of the NSA.
Now on feralaudio.com.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. One of the things I value most in life is time. Time to spend with my daughter, time to spend with family, and the time I put into my company that's reinventing the way women color their hair. The busiest, most successful women I know use Madison Reed, the amazing hair color hack. In under an hour and for less than $25, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking hair with an ammonia-free formula. You'll look like you just came from a salon, but the reality is you have more me time to do what you love. Things get busy. Let us take care of you and your hair. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code NEW. That's code NEW. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.